Welcome back to It Ain't Giving. This is your beautiful co-host, Noella Fierce, featuring my co-host to my left.
Michelle Munye-Lacroix.
As you can see, we're a little rusty because we took a little hiatus, which we very much deserved because we're not trying to get burnt out on this shit. But yeah, what's not giving for me? I'm gonna just hop right into it because a lot of fucked shit happened to me this weekend and week. So what's not giving for me is people that don't have control over their animals. I know I've talked about this previously, but this was the worst instance that it's ever been.
Very
Because
much.
I almost, long story short, I almost got mauled by a dog, and we'll get back to that later. But I want to get shows It Ain't Giving first before I delve in.
What's not giving is, I would just say the increasingly, like I've noticed that as time progresses, men have become more and more feminine and like bitches and like kind of need constant reassurance and need you to like respond very quickly. I was speaking to Noella about how it's just there's too many different men for us to have options for right now and not enough time, and now we're having to choose wisely. So I'm just like, but we'll come back to that as well. But that's what's not given for
Yeah.
me. We can go ahead and jump into the story of Noella almost getting mauled at work.
Let's hop into it. So this was on Saturday, I believe. I work for a delivery company, unspecified, but take a guess and you probably land on the correct answer.
Right.
But
It's not a
so I worked
lot.
for this company that delivers packages to homes. And for the area that I deliver in, it is the countryside. Meaning farmhouses, like people out in the extremely rural areas. So I, go through my day. I was actually having a really good day, which is why it made me so mad when this happened to me. I was having a really smooth, like easy day all throughout my route, just like getting through them stops. I didn't even take I didn't take my first break till like my last 15 stops. Like I was just I was cruising through. I get to the final 10 stops. I literally had 10 stops left. I pull into this driveway, even though we're not supposed to do that.
Mind
But
you, she in the country, so these driveways are long, and they want them to do like
these driveways are very long.
like they're like, oh, 3 minutes per scan, and it's like, girl, if you want us to walk up these long ass driveways, good luck.
Right. But yeah, I'm very thankful that I did pull into this driveway because it actually saved me from getting tore up by a dog. So I pull into this driveway, thinking at most I'll probably just see the corgi that I've seen within the last 10 plus times that I've delivered here. That's the only dog I've ever seen at this house. I pull up, the garage is open. It's like, oh, there's nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe there's someone in the garage. I get out my vehicle. I have the package in my hand. It's a box, a small box. They have this like little container that holds it has like the little Amazon, UPS, like FedEx. They have all the they like got like a stamp on their little box that said packages go in here. So I scan the thing. It's like I walk up to go put the package in the box and like get ready to place the package down. As I'm bending down, I see to my left a three-legged, full-grown Rottweiler growling and fixing to charge at me. And that is exactly what it did. So thankfully, I didn't drop the package. I like dart backwards, like really quickly, holding the package like this, and like shoving it down so that this fucking dog does not attack me and like bite my fingers or like my hand. This dog had every intention of doing disastrous things to my gorgeous body. I was not having it. So I back up. Luckily, as I said, my truck was not far behind me. So I just had to back up like 20, 15 feet. And I like stepped back into the van And then by this time, the owner's like talking to the dog, and I was so distraught. I was in complete fight or flight mode, and I was fully ready to have to do something to this dog that you know I don't
Hmm.
necessarily want to do, but I'm going to protect my life.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it didn't have to resort to that because the owner shouldn't have happened in the first place. But the owner was there to get the dog out and put them inside.
Hmm.
And they're like, "Oh, sorry about that." I was still distraught, just like my mind was racing. My heart was literally beating so fast. Whole thing about it makes me so mad, like irrationally mad. But actually, no, quite rational to be mad at that
Very
because why the
rational.
fuck is your dog that y'all, that's the thing that gets me. Y'all know that your dogs are not friendly. And you also know that you have a package coming. Why is the dog outside? That's the shit that pisses me off the most because you know you have a package coming. You placed the order
Hmm.
yesterday, it's going to come the next day.
Hmm.
That's how this facility works. So I almost exposed myself. But with that clue, you can basically tell what I do. But yeah, it's just, huh. And that's the whole thing. I've never seen this dog at this location before. The previous time, the only time I ever saw the corgi was like my second time coming to this house. And the corgi like nipped at my shoes, but it's a fucking corgi, so who cares? I'm like, I can go on somewhere. And the corgi goes on somewhere because it's a fucking corgi.
Right.
Um, so that wasn't a big deal. But I was never expecting, nor did I know that they would have a giant Rottweiler that just so happened to have three legs. By the grace of the universe, I do believe that's why I was able to back
I
up with
I
a
feel
quickness
like
that I wasn't able to get caught because of the three legs, I fear.
the universe
So,
fucked up that dog because the universe knew that dog was gonna hurt somebody, or the dog has already hurt somebody. So a freak accident happened, and that motherfucker lost a leg. I feel like that dog was three-legged for a reason, and if he wasn't three-legged, baby, you could not possibly be here or in a hospital because you got seriously injured by a fucking dog. I don't know.
mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
Whew, my life like actually like flashed before my eyes, and I was like, oh, so that's what that feels like. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm about to get mauled by a fucking Rottweiler, and mind you, I had just seen this video of like somebody getting mauled by a dog, so I was like, ooh, this cannot
Yeah.
happen to me. I can't deal with this.
I need people
Thankfully,
to
I'm
be able to properly train their dogs and make them like if you have a big ass dog that has the potential to almost kill somebody, if not seriously injure and alter their body for the rest of your life, you just shouldn't have a pet if you can't rein them in. You know, if you can't figure out some way to coach that dog to not be aggressive in that way because baby it's they need to know how much like they can do. They need to know how much like capability they have and to know not to use it because I feel like a lot of these big dogs have little dog mentality and walk around like they're not going to do anything, but very well could like end someone's life. And it's like I need these people to get a hold on their dogs, and I feel like it's a lot of whitey people that don't rein in their dogs, or they're always off leash or just misbehaved, and that dog was not corrected after that. He probably didn't even know what he did.
definitely not.
Like just was
Um,
recalled and probably didn't even come back to the recall because they don't listen to their owner. Ooh,
mm-hmm.
ooh,
It literally got within a feet of biting me and
yeah.
snatching me up, dragging me to the ground. Like,
Very much. We're
ah,
lucky that that dog has a disability. Ooh,
yeah, very much.
very
Because it
very
was not
lucky.
able to sprint at me at Mach speed like it probably very much so wanted to.
Oh, if it had four legs, it would have been on top of you. There would have been no time for you to react. Like, dogs move
Yeah.
way too fast. That dog would have hopped
Mm.
right up on you unannounced, and uh, I just wish you reported them, but it's okay.
If they got me,
If they got
but
you, you would have reported
I'm
them and been like, I'm
unscathed.
sorry. Yeah. Somebody ain't gonna come out unscathed. And they're gonna be
Yeah.
slower. Or they gonna walk up the
Mm.
driveway and get their ass fucked up on the way down. I don't know. But
Yeah.
moving on to the next topic, it parlays into Noella's crazy, eventful weekend. She was driving home after self-caring and witnessed a drunk driver. Go ahead and give us the rundown after your appointment. What kind of was happening?
So this was yesterday after I got
She got her hair done.
this
Yeah.
done.
And she also went out to dinner. She had Cheesecake Factory with her family. Her mother was
Yes, that was in the
gorgeous.
morning.
Mom ate the
Mm-hmm.
hairstyle, teeth together,
She
skin
did. She
right.
did it that morning. She did it that
Noella,
morning.
Noella, she got good genes. Both her parents have great smiles, and they're both attractive people. I have no complaints. Mama looked damn good. But yes,
But yes, so that was early in the day. We started off the day real nice. Went to the Cheesecake Factory to celebrate my grandfather's 75th birthday. So let's clap it up for granddad. Yup.
y'all.
It was so cute seeing him. He was getting emotional seeing all the family show up for him. It was very, very beautiful to see. Just respect to the elders,
Yes.
much love to the elder community. Even though a lot of y'all don't be fucking with the dolls like that, but I still respect my
You
elders
need
because
to
that's
meet
how
my
I was
grandma that
raised.
lives in Michigan. She would love us.
Oh, I would love to meet her.
She's fab. She's
Hey,
fab.
grandma.
But anyways.
But yes, so started off going to Cheesecake Factory. That was really lovely. Really loved spending time with the fam. And then I come home. It took like a 30-minute rest. I didn't even fully go to sleep. I just needed to lay down in the bed and rest before having to go get my hair done. Because
Right.
I'm not gonna be one of them bitches that falls asleep in the goddamn chair. That ain't
Mm-mm.
me.
Mm-mm. I kind of like to be able
That
to
ain't gonna
kind
be
of like
me.
monitor what's happening, be like, I don't really like that. And instead, you just
Mm-hmm.
wake up and your hair done. And it's like, what if I don't like it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I did a 30-minute nap and then I go out to get my hair done. All went smoothly,
It looks
clearly.
damn good. Mm-hmm.
It looks phenomenal.
She got
Miss
length.
Jennifer does the damn thing all the time.
She's
My
giving length.
length.
Yup. The length is crazy.
And I've been growing my hair since 2020. So this is from scalp to here, it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, left, I was feeling my puss. I was feeling real clint with my
Mm-hmm.
new style. And, I get like about halfway home, I'd say. And I, you know, reach this driver that's ahead of me that is in a white Dodge truck. Might have been like a Dodge Ram truck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and immediately I notice something is really off with this person driving this vehicle.
Yeah.
So, they're already like driving like 10, 15 under the speed limit, like off and on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then they would constantly be swerving to the right off the road. And then they would correct a little bit, and then they would swerve off the left to the left. And then they would correct a little bit, and then they would swerve. It was just this for like 2 miles. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how they didn't crash into nobody on the other side, but they
Yeah.
managed to, reach the this one official city because the 2 miles that I was behind them, we were just driving in the residential area,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of just trying to get to the city. It was a main road that leads to the city. So we get to the city. There's a stop sign. Right before, like kind of like I'd say half a mile before that, I was like, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna drive around them because I cannot deal with this any longer. So I drive around them, get around them, and then there's like a bunch of cars that are stuck behind this car. It was not about to be me. I make it to the light. I see the truck. It like it turns into the right lane as if it was going to turn right,
Mm.
and I'm in like the straightaway lane, and they're to my right. The light turns green. I go. They're sitting there for like 3, 4 seconds, and then they go. So then they start driving, and then they just I'm getting framed. They drive forward, like they were in the right lane, mind you, and then they drive forward, and then like merge slowly into the, and then they like veer off onto the sidewalk, and just like boom, hit the goddamn curb, boom, hit something else, and then hits like some like parking pole thing, and then they fully
Yeah.
stop. And then I see the whoop, 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 the cops pull up right behind them right after they did all that. Clearly this person was drunk as shit. And
Hmm.
mind you, this wasn't even at night.
It was
It was
literally
like
like
it was like 6 p.m.
midday. Yeah, it was like
It was like
midday.
6 p.m., 6:30.
Like he should have just been
Like,
getting off
is your
work
life
to go drink.
that
Right.
literally like this person was clearly just a complete drunken mess or a child. There's no in between.
Yeah.
But it I did not give I like kind of peeked over, but I didn't want to like look at them so they could see my face. Cause
No.
like, I don't want you to see me.
Hmm?
Just in case you crazy. So I like kind of peek over and I saw like an obvious like like
Big
man hand.
man hands.
Yes, I was like that ain't okay. But yeah, thankfully the cops pulled up right behind them. I had already been like 100, 150 feet ahead when I saw
Mm.
all this in my rearview mirror. Um, and I was like, oh damn, not they crashed.
Right.
So that shook me up. Mind you, the day before I was about to get mauled by a goddamn dog. So my weekend was a mess. It was a fucking mess. But yeah,
We're
I
here.
we're
Here.
here. We've survived, and we're back. The dolls are
Um,
back. Hmm.
well, we're gonna
But yeah, that was my weekend.
move into the next one. So Noella wasn't the only one with the crazy weekend. I had a crazy weekend, not like myself. Like I went through it, but like I didn't have to, but I went through it type tease. And it'll all make sense
Okay.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went out and I was going to one of the clubs that we normally go to often with one of my girlfriends. And the dude that she was on a date with, he bought a section. So we were gonna get VIP entrance. We had a whole section to ourselves. We are gonna have bottles poured up. Like we get the little pretty girl like privilege without having to like go in there like looking for a dude to give us that privilege. Very much we were able to just show up and it was what it was. Um, I got mad fucked up. I wasn't expecting to drink as much as I did or smoke as much as I did, but there was plenty of supply. These men are just giving it to us because we're pretty girls. Um, and at some point, oof, do I want to say that got passed around? Oh, a substance got passed around. A substance I did not partake in. I did smoke weed. I did do alcohol. But there was another substance that was passed around. Um, y'all know the Mexican drug cartels? That'll give you a hint on what was passed around. So bitches are passing that around and they're having their little moment, getting their little fix. It's offered to me several times. I say no every single time. Uh, I don't need to do all the other stuff. I've done it before. I'm good. Um, my homegirl starts to get a little, like a little skeeted, what's another word? Just, yeah, skeeted. Skeeted is the best way. Um, and like anybody that knows that this particular drug, like if you take it while you're like drinking alcohol, it kind of like sobers you up in a way. Like it like is the complete opposite. Like one takes you down, one takes you up. And I'm like, is she even drunk at this point, but I'm like, I know she still feel a little bit. I forgot what happened, but like I'm making out with my homegirl. Like my tongue is in
Period.
her mouth, her tongue is in my mouth. I'm like, this is crazy, girl. Um, and then it's just like as the night progresses, it's very fun. We're having a good time, but it gets to the point where we're just like, all right, we're ready to go. Like it's been long. My phone is locked because I was on the dance floor holding my phone in my hand and I'm kind of like button mashing it as I'm like dancing with these girls on the pole and like disabled it for 3 hours. So the whole night I had no access to my phone. Like when I get to the club, I have access. But after that, for the next 3 hours, I have no access to my phone until we get back to this dude's apartment. And once we like leave the club, we get back to his apartment because I don't know where the fuck I'm going. Um, my homegirl she's holding it together somewhat. Um, and then there's another girl with us that we had met at the club a separate time where we all go back to his apartment and we're all trying to figure out like where this man's keys are. And it's he has like a air tag on it, so we could like see the location of it, and it said it was at the apartment. So I'm just like, baby, it's somewhere here. We don't know. Turns out all of us were too drunk. Even the person that lived there was too drunk to know what number his apartment was. Baby, we were knocking on the apartment door of somebody else's while we're all fucked up and drunk, and I'm just like,
Oh, Jesus.
eventually we realized it's the wrong door. And she's like, my homegirl has completely crashed out by now because she thinks that she got the keys from the man that she went on a date with, and she thought that she lost them. And we're like, we're not like going back to Tangra. Like, we're not going back over there. This chick, like, we're all trying to keep her from leaving. Then all of a sudden, she just runs off. He goes off with her, and I'm just like, I'm too tired to be doing all this. And then this other dude that was with us, he was like, y'all trying to smoke this with me downstairs? I was like, yes. Like I'm stressed out. I got my homegirl in the bushes crying and screaming at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, baby, we're in a white people neighborhood. I was like, we need to be mindful. We need to be demure. I was like, you gonna miss the
Hmm.
cops called on us or something. Like, please get this together. Um, so turns out they went back to the club, came back. The keys weren't there. The keys were in his apartment all along because we actually go to the right apartment once we realized we were at the wrong apartment door. The door's unlocked. The keys are in there. Um, so the first the being locked out of the apartment, we fixed that first issue. Second issue, since they went back to the club to go retrace their footsteps, guess what? This bitch decided to go on and I don't know if she threw her phone or if she dropped it, but I know how my homegirl gets. Whenever she's
Hmm.
crashing out, she likes to toss her things, and people have to be
Oh, Lord.
they have to like be razor sharp of wherever she's throwing anything because this girl will throw her shit and it's ridiculous. So I'm guessing she threw her phone. I don't think she dropped her phone. She threw her phone. They continue all the way back to the apartment, and that's when they see us, and I'm like trying to figure out like where's her phone and where's her, like the rest of her belongs. Like where's her fucking phone? Like most of all, um, I look on the Find My iPhone. It's moving. It's like around the corner, but it's moving. I'm like, I'm calling it. Somebody got this phone. I'm gonna scare them, make them want to answer the phone or either drop it or something. And then they don't pick up. The phone stops moving, and I was like, it's not moving anymore. And like they're like, do we go get it? And I was like, baby, my feet hurt. I'm in heels. I've been walking around all night. I don't think I can go over there and go get her phone. I'm like, very much we're gonna have to just wait. Like, uh eventually she burst out the apartment because we've been trying to lock her inside the apartment and keep her from hurting herself and like getting lost or whatever. She burst out the apartment. I'm just like, oh my Jesus, I can't go get her. And they're like, girl, go get her. I'm like, I can't control this person. Oh, like what y'all want me to do?
Hmm.
I go out there chasing after her. She's moving fast, bruh. Like she's like a track star. By the time I'm coming out of the door to go down the flight of stairs on the third floor. She's already going down the out the door to the first floor. So I'm just like, damn, this bitch already got down the stairs and I'm in heels wobbling down. Get down there, don't see her, can't find her. Instead, I'm just like, okay, since I can't find her, let me find what I can find. Went right on find my iPhone, located her phone around the corner, and then I'm like, okay, so it's right around this general area. Let me call it so I can hear it like ringing. Baby, it's like right in the darkness, like under like you know how when you go to cross a crosswalk, they have the little poles and you press the button and then you wait at the little pole. There was like a
Mhm.
shadow casting from that pole, and her phone was sitting right in the fucking darkness of that shadow. And I was like, I would have never seen this
Oh
if her phone
wow.
wasn't lit up and I heard it like going off on the
Hmm.
ground. Pick it up. Um, and then I'm like, okay, I found it. Then the other girl that we were with that night, she ends up calling the phone. I pick it up. I'm like, girl, I found her phone, but I don't know where she is. She's like, we're coming outside right now. I was like, okay, I'm heading back. By the time I get back to the apartment, Courtney's there. Everyone's all there. We have everything we need. Like the apartment we got access into. He has his keys. Courtney has her phone. I just need her to not crash out and drive home drunk and get a DUI and throw her life away. She's like, mm-mm, I'm driving home. I'm like, girl, I can drop you off. You can come back tomorrow and get your car. She's like, mm-mm. And I'm just like, okay, well, it's late. I'm tired. It was a lot of back and forth. And eventually it just got to the point where I was just like, I've made it this far. I got her everything she needed. I was like, there's nothing else that's really needed from me. If she wants to risk her life and throw it away, I'm gonna let her do that at this point. I've done my part as a friend. I made sure you got here safe. I made sure you had your belongings. I made sure your date fucking got access into his apartment and didn't have to sleep on the street. I was like, I've done what I needed to do. I'm gonna go home. I was like, I love you. I'm leaving. I was like, bye. And then I left. I wanted to get food. I went to Wawa. I got a panini. I went home,
Period.
took off my makeup, and that was that. But like it was a lot of yelling, crying. Oh, I'm gonna die. Da, 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 da. I was just like, baby, we gotta take this one step at a time. I'm like, we solved every problem tonight. We'll get to that issue when it happens. I was like, if you
Hmm.
think you're gonna die tomorrow, then we'll figure that out when the time comes. Like, like we got to take every like it really put things into perspective of how we need to like take things step by step instead of like thinking 15 feet ahead. It's like, baby, one step at a time. We'll get there. You know? I was like,
Hmm.
girl, this is a lot for me. But that was the weekend. That was the court crash out 2.0. It was worse than the first one, I fear. Um, I could have went more into depth, but we would have been here all day.
Hmm.
And then I kind of want to move on to a lighter topic. Um, it was what I brought up as what wasn't giving for me. The oversaturation of men and having too many options as a beautiful trans femme and having to pick wisely because Noella's a single, beautiful black woman and she works technically 3 to 4 jobs if you want to count the podcast and the gaming, but she's too busy. I'm starting to get busy. I just started a new job, and I'm gonna have to like try to do what she does and try to balance everything. And I'm just like, there's not a lot of time for men,
There
and
really
now
isn't.
there's too many men to pick from that we have to choose so wisely.
Hmm.
Oh, child.
It's really stressful. Like, why you think
Oh,
I've been single this whole time, girl? Working all these damn jobs. I do not have time to foster a relationship.
it's too
But
much.
it can be done, but it's just, oh, I got so much going on, like
Yeah.
every single day,
And then
that
to
it's
find a
hard
man
to.
that is gonna be like perceptive to that, because I feel like a lot of men just expect us to have nothing going
They
on
just
for
think we're
ourselves.
lying. Hmm.
Like we got nothing going on, nothing to do, and that we're not responding because we don't respond, and then they'll just block. And I'm like,
Girl,
interesting. These men are soft. You don't respond in 0.2 seconds. It's they feelings hurt.
That's giving feminine energy. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. These men are getting so fucking feminine. I'm like, I remember when I was like that. Now I don't give a fuck if they respond in 2 seconds or 10 seconds or two
Literally.
days. I'm like, I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't owe nothing
You
to
don't
you.
know
You don't owe
me.
nothing to
Like,
me. We strangers.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. And like, I remember at the beginning of my transition, the options I had were slim and honestly not the best options. And a lot of it was on their terms. And I've noticed as I've progressed in my transition and my overall appearance, very much like what I say goes. And they're kind of like bending backwards to trying to like, do what I want them to do to give them what they want. And before I very much just had to do what they wanted. Now I don't have to do anything. I kind of just exist and do what I want, which is nice, and know that I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get what I want out of it at the end of the day as well, because they're trying to reap some benefits. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
fab. It's like a double-edged sword. It's like with great power comes a great responsibility, essentially. And now we're
Mm-hmm.
like having to filter through and decipher like who's worth our time. Who do I want to invest in right now? I'm just like, I know who I want to invest in, and then all these other dudes that come up, I'm just like, I don't really want to talk to you unless you're giving me money, because you're not a good investment. I just know you're not a good investment. So it's just like,
I'm so dead.
like, you're
I
like,
said,
oh, I'll
run me
give
my coin. Run me my money.
very
If you want
much
to talk
run me
to
my
me.
money, send me money on my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal, Apple Cash, whatever you got, baby. I got it. Like, except for Zelle. But it's just, I don't
I
have
got
interest
Zia
in
and all
speaking
the
to them.
others.
I love that for you. I have a credit union. They do not accept credit unions on Zelle for some reason.
Oh, gag.
Yeah, when I
I
go
got a
on there,
bank.
yeah, when I look it up and search it, it don't pop up in like a little search bar. It's a whole thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, just oversaturation. There's way too many men that are attracted to dolls, and not a lot of dolls look like me or her. So it's like,
They don't be serving face like this,
yeah,
especially pre-surgery.
yup,
Especially that part.
yup. And it's like
it's,
it's no shade
it's
to
no
the
shade, right? It's no shade to the clocky girls that
because
are cute.
right, I want to get work too. It's nothing against surgeries. It's just don't be busted.
No, not at
I
all.
have something against
Not at
bitches that
all.
busted. Like you can look like you was born a man. You can be clocky. I'm a firm believer that I'm clocky myself, but I'm gorgeous. And I think a lot of these other dolls need to work on their hair, makeup, skin, nails, outfits. Work on that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see as time progresses more options of men and more attractive men. Yeah, I still get hit up by uglies, but mm,
That's par for the course. Like
right, everybody gonna have an ugly, but when they be fine and their bodies be right, they be fine and they body
their bodies
man.
be very breedable. Oh,
Oh, get me worked up. All right, what's giving this week? Um, what's giving is unemployed and I have a new job. I'm starting this week.
mm-hmm.
I will be checking in with you guys periodically on the trials and
She,
tribulations of
yeah, I was about to say she's gonna have a lot of stories to tell
I'm gonna be breaking
working
in
this
into a
job.
new workplace, so I'm gonna have to get through the trials and tribulations. I'm gonna have to stumble a few times. So that's what's giving. A stable, consistent uh paycheck. Because modeling is there's nothing stable or consistent about that unless your name is fucking Gigi or Bella Hadid. Like you have to be a household name to have consistent flow. But yeah, that's what's giving for me.
What's giving for me is this new set of nails.
Oh yeah, they eat. It's giving
Like,
Sailor Moon. The very
love them.
cat-like moon.
And my new hair. I feel like a
Oh,
brand new woman, but still the same cunt diva that I've always been.
yeah, that's the
But
point.
yeah, what's
That's the
giving is the universe's protection over me, because clearly I have some of that in spades. The way I
Uh-huh.
be dodging these fucking tribulations that are thrown at me. But yeah, that's what's given for me.
Period. We're alive, we're beautiful, we're healthy, we're kind. And it's
Yes, we will.
nice.
But yes, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of It Ain't Giving. I would say we're sorry for the hiatus, but we're not.
We
We
needed it.
needed the break.
We needed it. In another
We
three
did.
months, I'll probably be looking for another break as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
three months to take a 1 week off, I feel like it's fair.
That's valid.
That's like
That's
12
valid.
episodes. That's like 12 episodes. Like that's a season.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Right. That
experienced the
was
first
y'all
season.
watched season one.
Yeah, and now we're on to
And
season
I'm gonna
two.
label this as season two, I guess.
Yeah, we're
Period.
on to season two. We're moving into fall. It's gonna be the first day of October tomorrow. It's the last day of September. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Honestly. Yeah.
No, I'm really excited.
Season two.
Yep,
Welcome
season
in,
two.
everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so
Well,
much for watching. You know where to find us. Click the link tree at It Ain't Giving. And for my personal Insta and all my other socials, it's at Noella Fierce.
y'all
So,
find me in the link tree as well. I ain't gonna do all that other stuff. Y'all can just find me on link tree. That's it.
talk it. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.